Fantastic. We got it? We on the internet? I thought I heard a yes. I'm going to go ahead. Welcome back, everybody. 10 weeks of trying to do chin-ups. Here's something I started trying to write about 10 weeks ago and finished writing up a few days ago. It's a bit of a work in progress, but here goes nothing. Locked down, hard up, airtight doors that shut up right all the day and night. And I got no more mind left to lose. Yes, I got the quarantine blues. The newsman's gone static. We're full on erratic, says the sea will boil. The sky's falling with the price of oil. And I'm jumping right out of my shoes, 'cause I got the quarantine blues. All this hellfire and brimstone bringing on the end of days. There's a black sky above me, spitting out the acid rain. The world's going down the drain, but it's something around here better change. Well, Baldwin's gonna raise a cane, blood red rivers. Good Lord delivered a mighty plague. Who'd have thought it would be such a drag? And I got no more sense left to lose. Yes, I got the quarantine blues. Well, there's hellfire and brimstone bringing on the end of days. There's a dark sky above me, spitting out the acid rain. The world's going down the drain, all the heaven's going up in flames. And Baldwin's gonna raise a cane. Locked down, hard up, airtight doors that shut up right all through the day and night. And I got no more mind left to lose. Yes, I got the quarantine blues. And I got no more sense left to lose. Yes, I got the quarantine blues. Oh boy. I just saw executive producer Ryan Santangelo run out of the room. I feel like we've run into troubles yet again. Despite my best efforts, I keep trying to make these less troublesome, and I think the symptom of that is I make them more problematic. Anyway, as long as you can hear me, I don't really care. what I look like, as evidenced by my attire this evening. Welcome back, folks. Week 10 of the cross-country chin-up. I read today that had you conceived the night of my first cross-country chin-up, that your little one at the moment would be the size of a strawberry. So, here's hoping. Tonight is I don't know, I figure from here on out we'll sort of celebrate the multiples of 5. This is, of course, week 10, and we this week we partnered with my dear friends at the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation, again, as we did a couple weeks ago, as well as the Nova Scotia Spirit Company. Any money raised this evening, there's a link in the description of the video, and you'll likely be able to find it on my Instagram or whatever. Any money raised this evening will be matched by the Nova Scotia Spirit Company up to $10,000. Which, as I've mentioned before, will go a long way to helping a lot of people who are having a hard go in my neck of the woods. It's been a really awful, tragic couple of months, and the hits kind of just keep coming. Anyway, kind of maybe more on that a little later, but for now, a love song. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch long, lonely time. When time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? Well, I need your love. Yes, I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Will only rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. And lonely rivers cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, how I've hungered for your touch, a long, lonely time. When time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? Well, I need Godspeed your love to me. That's a sweet one, isn't it? We good, Ryan? Okay, no letters to the editor so far. I'm joined as always, folks, by executive producer Ryan Santangelo, sound engineer extraordinaire Emmett Stutt, and the owner-operator of the Sonic Temple, who is he just crawled into the room a few minutes ago under all of this stuff to adjust the camera. Lil Thomas, who's been a great help in trying to polish this mess up. And I guess there's no time like the present. While I'm on the topic of Lil Thomas and the Sonic Temple, he helped me last week throw together very quickly, but I think professionally. I think we did a very good job of it. I just today, this afternoon, released 6 acoustic renditions of some old songs of mine. They are available on Bandcamp. Lil was kind enough to help me out with them, and they're available now. I've been asked for a long time to put out some sort of dumbed down versions of some of these songs, and I figured there was no better time than now. We're calling it the Cross Country Chin Up Sessions. If this goes well, we'll do a couple more. Maybe at week, I shudder to think about it, but at week 20, maybe we'll put out another bunch. But anyway, have at them. They're available at my Bandcamp worldwide webpage. This song is one of the songs featured on said recording. It is called Anytime, and I played it a lot like this. Gordy Sampson, he never says it goes a little something like this. He says it goes exactly like this. Clouds under my lover's feet, with 1,000 other people, she's alone on the street. Me, I'm just a voice in need. What's a woman like her doing with me, where the sun and the moon collide? I'll meet her there anytime. In her eyes I've seen a trace of gold that every king would beg to behold. I've only one place to go, that's back in her arms, or on my way home, where the sun and the moon still shine, and they float around you, babe, in the very same sky, and then the two of our hearts collide. I'll meet her there anytime. Well, I hope I don't stray too far. All these days on the road ain't the easiest part, and I hope hope she don't take it too hard. She'll light up a flame instead of curse in the dark, where the sun and the moon still shine. And they float around you, babe, in the very same sky. And then the two of our hearts collide. I'll meet her there anytime. Oh, I'll meet her there anytime. Oh, I'll meet her there anytime. Oh, I'll meet her there anytime. Cheers, buds. It's hard to find new things to say out into the ether after 2.5 months of this. I still hope y'all are doing okay, all things considered. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the country, but Halifax, we've had a really lovely couple of days here weather-wise, and I hope everybody safely got to get outside and get some well-deserved fresh air. Did me a lot of good. I stood out and just, I live out in a place called Seaforth, Nova Scotia, right on the ocean, and the wind comes howling off the water on my part of the sort of island I live on, and I stood out on my deck for most of the afternoon and just let it pummel me because the sun was out. And I hope you all get to do the same. We're getting there. It kind of feels like we're getting there, so let's not push it, but by all means enjoy some of the changing of this season here. I don't know that I've played this anywhere before. I may have. It's a song about my family. Not all that long ago, about 3 years ago, I'd been burning the candle at both ends, sort of. I found myself in quite a bit of trouble mentally, and I was not doing very well. And my partner had left me, and I wasn't seeing much of my kids. But I had some sort of an epiphany, and I got some help and straightened myself out a little bit, and enough that I got my family back. And it's there's no accolade that I'll ever receive that will mean more to me than my missus saying that I could come home. This song's sort of, it's about that, I guess. She called my name, just a whisper, said she loved me just the same. And I said I'd missed her along the shore of frigid water stands our young boy and our darling daughter. Through the screams of the west wind, across the beams of the sun sends the kind of calm to raise your eyes toward a new dawn, away from wasted time, So fire away on me, I'm your real foe, and just light the way for 'em with a dream to follow. Well, she don't ask much, but her premonition, it leaves a wide wake. It gives me ammunition and all her back break with no condition. Oh, I've been sightless by my own admission. So fire away on me, I'm your real foe. So just light the way for her with a dream to follow. Oh, with a dream to follow. I've been careless and I've been hateful, but I could bear this. I'd be forever grateful. Just let their young souls be free from bother and let them love long, if just to spite their father. And fire away on me, I'm the real foe. Just light the way for 'em with a dream to follow. Fire away on me, as long as I know you light the way for 'em with a dream to follow. 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 Thanks, gang. Thanks for being here. I hope there's some folks here. I'm back in the ether again. I've got no indication as to whether or not anybody's watching, listening, caring. I hope that you're here. I can feel that somebody's watching, and I don't think it's just my mom. Feels a little different. There's another song off the cross-country the cross-country chin-up sessions. I can't believe I have a record called that now. I don't know what has happened to me. Strange days indeed. Oh, if my heart were made of glass, it would have broken fast. Were you around? I wish I did not love you past the prairies flat and barren towns. So I wrote your name across my arm, and in the dark I could hate you more. But every night it fades away as if to take me back to before. And I don't have any money for your late night call. I don't have any answers, but I know that you got them all. So Daisy, won't you pick it up? I'm on the dark side of the phone. The toughest pill I swallow is you don't love me anymore. You don't love me anymore. if the discontent my face laments ain't covered by a painted mask, please just go and disappear away from here. That's all I'll ask, 'cause I don't have any money for your late night calls. I don't have any answers, but I know that you got them all. So Daisy, won't you pick it up? I'm on the dark side of the phone. The toughest pill I swallow is you don't love me anymore. You don't love me anymore. Now if my heart were made of stone, I would leave you alone just as fast as a shot. Your love is like a bullet, it's cold and solid and without a thought. And I don't have any money for your late night calls. I don't have any answers, but I know that you got them all. So Daisy, won't you pick it up? I'm on the dark side of the phone. And you and I, we were better, but you don't love me anymore. You don't love me anymore. She don't love me, love me, love me anymore. She don't love me, love me, love me anymore. She don't love me, love me, love me anymore. She don't love me, love me, love me anymore, anymore, anymore. Thanks, folks. Again, if you're just joining the program, welcome. Week 10, cross country chin-up. Adam Baldwin, Ryan San Angelo, Emmett Stutt, Lil Thomas. This week, again, we're trying to help out the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation, and beyond that, beyond the help that I'm hoping, and I'm hoping you might be able to give again this week. The good folks at the Nova Scotia Spirit Company in Stellarton, Nova Scotia, who make my favorite adult beverage, the lemon lime Blue Lobster. I drink them here every week, and sometimes at home when I'm watching my programs. The Nova Scotia Spirit Company are very generously going to match every donation up to the amount of $10,000, which is a colossal amount of money. And I'm so happy to have them on board to help out. I'm a lucky guy, and this relationship that I have with this company is the only gift that alcohol has ever given me. They're really wonderful people. I'm lucky to know a lot of people in and around the booze business, and they're the best folks you could ever hope to meet. They they enjoy a good time as much as the next guy, but when things work out for them, they want to help out. And Nova Scotia Spirit Company is full on tonight, and I really, really appreciate their help. And I'll raise a cold one to them. Thanks, gang, again. Let me see here. I don't know. I last attempted this song a few weeks ago. It's a Rankin Family medley of sorts. My version of it, anyway. I've only taught myself so much of it, Yeah, it's a work in progress. I'd like to think that it'll be a little better this time than it was last time. It's a really beautiful melody, and it reminds me of being a kid driving up to Duffel Drive in Sydney, where my dad's sister lived, and then on to Lewisburg, where my poppy and Uncle Danny lived. My poppy, Jimmy Baldwin, used to sit me on his knee while he played one of those old Hohner button accordions. There was no piano key kind of things on it. There was all buttons. And he would sit me on his knee and play squeeze box, and he had a super thick Cape Breton accent that I had a very hard time understanding. But he also had a really raspy voice, and as a child, he would sit me on his knee and play the accordion, or the cordine, and he would say, he would look at my dad and say, "The boy's got the music in him. The boy's got the music in him." And he was right. A lot of times I rue the day that that it wound up in my genetics, but it did. Anyway, this is for my family, my entire family. We used to listen to this song a lot. I would make them rewind the cassette all the time on long road trips. kind of. Kind of like that. If I had grown up on that island, I would have nailed that. I got too much suburban Halifax County in me. I'll just never nail it, I don't think, Ryan. Do a couple more here and take a little breather. Siobhan, you gave me those pieces of paper to put up in front of the camera. It's not going to work. So again, I'm going to mention the Nova Scotia Spirit Company. Please, a round of applause wherever you're sitting for the gang. They're stepping up big time. I really, really appreciate it. One day I'll learn how to put logos on the actual broadcast, but my God, we had a hell of a time even getting this. With 10 weeks in, I still have no idea how to put a video on the internet. Anyway, it's just a song I wrote. I've played it a few times here. I don't think I need to tell the story again. It's about a mine. It's about a guy that dies in a mine. That ought to cheer you up. That ought to lift your spirits. My name is Arthur and I live in Spring Hill. I do my work in underground. I got a wife and I got a brother. I know they're messing around. I know they're messing around. I've been crawling down number 2 Colliery for 13 years now in July. I catch the first breath of the evening and I'm asleep before the light. Yeah, I'm asleep before the light. My brother Davey works the day shift. He's got a house across the road. And my wife Annie, she stands in the window to see me off and see him home. To see me off and see him home. We saved our money to buy a small place. I got a baby coming home. I went to the racetrack in Port Elgin. I had some money, now it's gone. I had some money, now it's gone. Yesterday, the walls they fell in, and I ain't coming out alive. And the more I'm thinking, I ain't seen daylight since 1945. Since 1945. You tell David I noticed Annie, she's been carrying down low. tell that young boy nothing of his daddy, and you raise him as your own, and you raise him as your own. You tell my Annie that I ain't angry at whatever fate she may allow. She'll see for certain that I'm the last of us to take a breath down underground, to take a breath down underground. Thanks, gang. I'm trying to write I've said this before, I'm trying to write a bunch of stuff that is based in real history of Nova Scotia, but, you know, take some liberties along the way. I don't think that actually happened. Holy smokes. We're at $2,000, folks, already, and with a contribution from the Nova Scotia Spirit Company, we're at $4,000. Boy, howdy. That's a good shift for, I don't know, half hour. I wish I could make that kind of. Anyway, that's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. I know times are really tough and money's hard to come by, and so please don't feel obligated. These shows are always free, and you know, all the junk I'm selling on the internet is you know, that'll cost you a little bit, but for you to donate your hard-earned money to something like this that means so much to me, and I know it means a lot to all of us. It really makes me feel like these shows are serving a bigger purpose than just entertaining me. I hope you guys are entertained, and also rest easy knowing that you've done a good thing today, and I really appreciate it. And someday I'll figure out a way to make it up to you. In real life, with any luck. I'll do one more here and take a break and pick up my guitar here afterward. Is that a good idea? What time is it? I feel like I'm early. Okay. Yeah, all right. I will. I'll play one more and take a break. This is another song on the Adam Baldwin Cross Country Chin Up Sessions. We're calling it Volume 1. I'm really hopeful that I can put out another one at some point. Anyway, yeah, and also, don't feel like... I'm going to be pulling you in a few directions tonight, one towards my own commerce, and then also towards this really good cause in support of the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation. And I also... well, I'll tell you about it after. I got another thing that I'm trying to peddle, but... for now, let's worry about the really important thing, and you don't worry about sending me any money. Let's try to max out the Nova Scotia Spirit Company. Take them for all they're worth. She came up the stairs like I wished her there, like a vision from a dream. She sat in a chair and she twirled her hair. I hope that she's making eyes at me. We were dancing, we were floating, like the smoke we were smoking. There was nothing to be spoken, just the smoke we were smoking. She takes me down the causeway the sand under our feet. Gonna take all of our trouble and take all of our worry, and she'll set it out to sea. Let the tide take your trouble, let it take them all away. My eyes are getting blurry, let the tide take our worries and all the days in between. And anywhere you wanna go, all that remains to be seen. Honey, I can love you with my eyes closed. We'll catch some wind somewhere you might have been, or we can sleep under the stars. Buy a Chevrolet and some records we can play, and I will sell all my guitars. And we can take our love any place, my love. Or we can make our love until we shake, my love. And all the days in between. And anywhere you wanna go, all that remains to be seen. Honey, I can love you with my eyes closed. Now we're breaking out. Oh, we're breaking out. Yeah, we're breaking out. We're breaking out. We're breaking out. Oh, we're escaping now. And anywhere you wanna go, anywhere you wanna go, anywhere you wanna go, anywhere you wanna go. Honey, I can love you with my eyes closed. 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 Oh, I can love you. I can love you. I can love you with my eyes closed. Thanks, gang. I'll be right back. Cheers to Blue Lobster, Nova Scotia Spirit Company. Go ahead and please, if you can, help out the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation. Link in bio. I'll see you in a few minutes. Peace and love. Hey, hey. Oh, dear. I don't know. Nothing, Emmett? Someday. Nothing? Okay, hang tight. Anything here? Why is this happening? Anything? Okay, well, I'll just go to the piano. Yeah. Someday I'll get it all together. I'll have fully functioning equipment. Can you send some of that up here, Emmett, whenever? You're not getting that mic? Got it? Check 1, 2. What's that? Thank you. A little more, if you can. That's cool. If you got to pull it back a little bit, I understand. I'm good if you're good. We're back. Let me know if the sound's on again. Okay, awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Cross Country Chin Up Volume 10. I, again, as always, am Adam Baldwin. Boy, I'll tell you. We'll get it one of these weeks. None of my guitar stuff works. It's funny that just before I walked up here, I got a text message from the guy that takes care of all my gear, Ryan Smith, and I haven't read it yet. I just saw that he messaged, and naturally, none of my things are working. Anyway, we got a mic on it. Thanks for coming back. Last I heard, we're at $2,400. Wait, Ryan, he's making a face. I'm just gonna play a song, and I'll let him do the math. Thanks for coming back. This is a song I wrote about a gas station in my hometown. It used to be Al MacArthur's Ultramar. And its last incarnation, it was Gerald Burgess's Racetrack, full serve auto body. It's a new song, and I really like it. It reminds me of home. I'm a jockey at the gas bar on highway number 2. I've been working here since I was 17. Get your newspaper and lotto while your tires get a rotation at Gerald Burgess Racetrack, full serve service station. Now Gordy, Snow, and Stewie stop by every morning to shoot the breeze before they start the day. I don't know what brings them in here. It ain't my pot of coffee at Gerald Burgess Racetrack, full serve auto body at Gerald Burgess Racetrack, full serve auto body. Not good things, but they don't come cheap, and cheap things don't come good. Jerry's boys will cure whatever's ailing you underneath your hood. There's another shop around the way, but the work they do is shoddy. Come down to Gerald Burgess Racetrack, full serve auto body. Getting close to quitting time, she pulled in for some unleaded. I said I get out of here in 45. She says, babe, I'm in no hurry. I'm nothing if not patient. Let's stay in bed tomorrow. You can take a day's vacation. Forget about the oil change and all the engine maintenance at Gerald Burgess Racetrack, full serve service station at Gerald Burgess Racetrack, full serve service station, full serve service station. Serve service station. Oh, serve service station. Full serve service station. Oh man! Whoa! We're at so the folks at home. You've managed to squeak together $4,000, which of course is being matched by the Nova Scotia Spirit Company. We're at a total of $8,000, give or take a few bucks. This is, again, all in support of the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation, an organization I'm proud to get phone calls from, truthfully. They do really, they do a fantastic service for honestly, folks like me and folks who are in a lot worse shape than I am. And I'd imagine at times thankless job. And I'm really happy to help, and I'm not really doing all that much. I have to thank you all at home again. From what I gather, there's about 400 of you watching, and you know, on average, that's a good chunk of change that you're all throwing at this thing, and it means the world to me. Thank you so much for helping out something that's so near and dear to my heart. And of course, thank you to the Nova Scotia Spirit Company for really coming out guns a-blazing here. It's a big ask for anybody, and I appreciate them. As soon as I asked, they were in straight away. It's a song called, I mean, I don't want to say too much about it because I don't know when this is going to be able to happen, but I finally, you know, I did a lot of writing in the month of February and March before everything was sort of locked down and my kids were still going to school. I was writing a lot, and I've pieced together a bunch of songs that I'm really happy with. And I'm really itching to make a record with my band. And, you know, it's early stages yet, but we're at least talking about it, which is always, it's a super exciting part of a musician's career is when, you know, at least there's a light at the tunnel. I don't have to, you know, I'm going to keep writing all the time as much as I can, but I now know that I'm working towards something. It was a great conversation to have over the last couple of days with the folks that helped me out, and I'm really excited about the stuff. You've heard most of it on here, but you know, I got some big plans to do all this stuff with my band. And anyway, this is one of them. It's kind of about my daughter, and it's about me a little bit. It's called Whatever. Life's a trip at a breakneck speed, so when you're talking to me, will you spare me the fiction? I'll suffer a fool, but I can't suffer a liar. I can tell my own tales in the Queen's perfect diction. Now who was it that gave me all this toxic waste and this ice in my veins that I see when I'm bleeding? Will I give her my darkness like I gave her my curls? And can I give her the world that was taken from me? And hold on tight, honey, this is only the beginning. Let saints be saints and the sinners go down swinging. Hold on tight, it's fight, oh flight, oh flight, oh fight, oh whatever. Now is a curse just a blessing that got all fucked up and did it, trip in a rut and forget its ambition? That's just how I feel on the fairest of days. like a curse in the haze of my narrow volition. And hold on tight, this is only the beginning. Let saints be saints and the sinners go down swinging. And hold on tight, it's fight, oh flight, oh flight, oh fight, oh whatever. Life's a trip and at the end of the page I'll be stuck in my ways, but it'll make for good reading. We should learn about love, about truth, about faith from a daddy's mistakes. So will she learn just like me? And hold on tight, honey, this is only the beginning. Let saints be saints and the sinners go down swinging. And hold on tight, it's fight, oh flight, oh fight, oh flight, oh whatever. Hold on tight, this is only the beginning. Let saints be saints and the sinners go down swinging. And hold on tight, it's fight, oh flight, oh flight, oh fight, oh whatever. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Thanks, folks. Cheers, rabbit ears. It's Friday again. 10 weeks. I cannot believe that we're 10 weeks in. I'm really, really thrilled that anybody is still watching this thing. I mean, at this point, I have to keep doing it until YouTube stops allowing it to happen. Everybody keeps talking about a new normal, and I don't buy it. I think that we'll be able to play rock and roll shows in big rooms again. I'm not sure that this new normal is going to be quite as sharp a contrast as to what we had before. But trying to navigate this side of the world, the internet, has been a challenge for me, Ryan, Emmett, and Lil. And my amazing manager Melanie, who every week has to watch us stumble our way through what we would call a sound check, but really it's trying to figure out how a goddamn video camera works. We're all and what I love most is the people that are at least trying to figure it out, and I'm typically a really big cynic, but I've learned a lot over the past 10 weeks. I've tried to find the silver lining in all this, and this is a big part of it. These silly little chin-up things, they really make me feel good, and I hope that you get half as much out of it as I do. And I really mean that. I say it every week, but I really mean it. Thank you for being here again, and thank you for again helping out the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation. What have we here? This is a song. Again, I'm a really lucky guy. I've gotten to meet some really amazing folks. Some great artists that I've crossed paths with over the years, and my very dear friend Leah Faye sang on this song with me some years ago in Toronto, and she plays in one of probably the badass band in Canada called July Talk. She's a songwriter and singer and guitar player in that group. And aside from that, she's a force of nature in her own right. But I got to get her in the studio, and she sang like a Emmylou Harris kind of thing, which I feel like maybe she wasn't terribly comfortable with, but she kicked the shit out of it. And anyway, all that to say, I would do anything to be able to sing it with her sometime soon. Anyway, this song's called Sparrow Song. Tears fell and I watched them all like a cloud trail from a plane I got on. I watched them dance down her bottom lip, and I picked them up with my fingertips. In the days after the cuss, oh, you said that you'd found someone. With my crying call in your hand, you just turned us on other man. But oh, babe, where we could have gone, across the sky like a sparrow song. Well, I fell down, you said you had enough. Oh, babe, where we could have gone. Now I wait for the time between your lying down and a quiet dream, just to read what you could not say, 'cause you think that you're better that way. But honey, oh babe, where we could have gone, across the sky like a sparrow song. Well, I fell down, you said you had enough. Oh, babe, where we could have gone. Now, does he know that you feel that way? It ain't gone, you just turned your back away. Does he know that he can't be enough to make you fall even half into love? Now, oh babe, where we could have gone, across the sky like a sparrow song. Well, I fell down, you said you had enough. Oh, babe, where we could have gone. Oh, babe, where we could have gone, across the sky like a sparrow song. Well, I fell down, you said you should have jumped. Oh, babe, where we could have gone. Oh. What I could have done is what I would have done. What I would have done is what I should have done. What I should have done is what I would have done. What I would have done, I should have done, I could have done. All right, here it comes. This is the last unveiling of the evening. We had these made. I hope you can see them all right. These are like my best attempt at like a Cobra Kai T-shirt. It's pretty real. It's a super summery shirt, I think. We got yellow, pink, and in a really nice royal blue kind of color, and my mug on there. And then all of our tour dates up to this point. We have starting March 20th, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia at New Scotland Brewing. March 27th, the Gahan House in Halifax, and then we've been here at the Sonic Temple every Friday since April 3rd. Holy moly. Anyway, those are on Bandcamp as well, but don't rush out to get them or anything. Let's try to, the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation, they'll take your money this evening big time. And as I mentioned 1,000 times already, but I can't stress enough, my good friends at the Nova Scotia Spirit Company are matching donations up to $10,000. We have arrived at, lots of requests for Lighthouse. Okay, I will play, what are we at right now, roughly? Do we know?
I asked for that. It's coming.
Okay, I'll play Lighthouse in Little Lorraine. What were we at last time?
We were over 8,000.
Okay, so if we arrive at, when we arrive at our $5,000 goal, I will play Lighthouse in Little Lorraine, and not a moment before.
$9,000 right now.
Oh, okay, so we're $500 away. I think we can do this, gang. That's so exciting. That makes me so happy. It makes me so proud. Here's one that's on the new Adam Baldwin Cross Country Chin Up Sessions EP, available now on Bandcamp. Oh, I can put it to you this way. I'm a cliche. I'm the picture of just what you wanted someday. But I'm a deadbeat. I'm the culprit. You ain't the only one who's ever gonna fall for it. I got problems in my psyche. I'm a live wire. That's what you've asked of me. I'm being agonized. I thought I had to be. I'm being crucified. Was told I had to bleed. I spent half the night just crying out in vain. But I got half a mind to slowly go insane. There's no easy way to say it. I'm a half-wit. I talk in circles, you might think I got some grasp of it. But I'm a madman, I'm in distress. I'm right in front of you, would you kindly put an end to this? I'm in shambles, I'm a Tommy gun. I speak in rambles like it's my native tongue. Am I a lost cause? Am I a tragedy? Am I too far flung up here in zero gravity? And I spend half the night just burning up in flames. But I got half a mind to slowly go insane. I I spend half my night just burning up in flames. I got half a mind to slowly go insane. Let me go insane. Let me go insane. Let me go insane. Let me go insane. Okay, we did it! 10 G's. That's fantastic. I'm so thrilled. Wait now, is that?
That's 5, and then for a total of 10 with matching. So
We still got $5 more thousand to play with. All right, well, deal's a deal. I'll play this Lighthouse song. Man, that's the best arrow I have in my. I can't bargain with anyone after this one. Deal's a deal. You want me to play "I'm on Fire"? You gotta. Damn it! I did the math wrong. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, that's nothing to slouch at, nothing to sneeze at. 10 grand. Mental Health Foundation of Nova Scotia. Half on behalf of my fantastic you folks at home. Thank you so much. And again, the Nova Scotia Spirit Company. And as promised, here's a song about a cocaine deal gone awry off the coast of Bateston. This is called The Lighthouse in Little Lorraine. I get a message or two every week from somebody in Cape Breton who swears that this is a true story, which is alarming. And extraordinarily interesting, and perhaps something that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police would like to look into. But anyway, that's not for me to say. Here it goes. I got an Uncle Huey. He's got a boat down in Manitou. And when I lost my job at Devco, he says, "Have I got a job for you?" See, I put my faith into no one. I got no time for the government. Since they ripped up my house in Lewisburg and stuck it down on some blocks of cement. I heard there's a boat coming up from America. They got caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. We took his boat off the coast of Bateston, just out of sight of the shore. Me and my cousin and a Frenchman I'd never laid eyes on before. Met a boat that had come up from Boston. They started heaving boxes overboard. Now Huey handed them a big bag of money. We pulled back into harbor round 4. Singing, there's a boat coming up from America with caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. We'd be met there by 7 morticians, loaded the boxes into their hearse. We'd set off with $8,000 laughing about what they'd spend it on first. Frenchman tells me his name is Thibault, and that he grew up in Ilmadan. We could all go down the church hall on Saturday and get drunker than hell at the dance. One night Thibault got fired up on the moonshine. He tried to beat up the Catholic priest. We got thrown out on our ass behind the church hall. We spent the night with the mounted police. We went on working for weeks every Sunday, till Huey says we gotta slow down. Someone's been singing like a jailbird, and it brought all the Mounties to town. They heard there's a boat coming up from America, heard about the caskets that are full of cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean, and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. All right. He calls us all down to the docks one night, and he hustled us out to the sea. He shut off the engines and the floodlights, and he pointed his shotgun at me. I said, Huey, I ain't the one who's been singing. Must be the Frenchman from Ilmadan. He says that's just what a turncoat would tell me. Least you can do is to die like a man. Funny they could not be bothered with a casket. What use is it now to complain? There's a graveyard out on the ocean, and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. And as the buckshot, it entered my brain, I saw the lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. I'm really glad people like that. It's nice to hear back some comments and stuff about that song. It's going to be a hit in Bateston. Or maybe not. Maybe I won't be welcome there at all. I don't know. All right. I believe this is the final number from the cross-country chin-up sessions, Volume 1. Thanks, as always, to executive producer Ryan St. Angelo, who earlier, this was the cute moment from him earlier. I forget what song I was playing, something on the piano, and he tried to open a schooner, and he was trying to be so quiet, but it was just like, you know, it goes psh, but it just went like psh. To the point where he had to walk downstairs. He was all embarrassed. Every week there's something with him, and he never fails to disappoint. He wouldn't last a day in television, actually, as an executive producer of anything, but my God, he's good at whatever this job is. It keeps me happy. This is called Dark Beside the Dawn. I sang this the other day on Zoom for Steve Patterson, the host of The Debaters, and Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway, if you can believe that. That's a thing that happened to me in the last 2 weeks. It was really cool. Anyway, I kind of like overstayed my welcome. I tried to tell Colin Mockery my feelings about comedians. I was like, you know, improvisers, you guys that do improvisation and comedy, you're like jazz musicians, you know. And stand-ups, they're like rock and roll, and they cut that. I'm so glad they cut it out of the interview because I know he was just like, yeah, right on, bud. Anyway, it was really cool for me to have a bit of a yak with him. It's on the YouTube there. Steve Patterson's got a cool YouTube kind of late night talk show, if you will. He had David Suzuki on the week before, and then he had me on. Jesus. Yeah, anyway. Take my hand now, steady. When you're good and ready, baby, mind your footing. My terrain is deadly. I can see my city falling while it goes on dancing, and I'm down here crawling. He spends the night enchanting. Well, there's a man in my skin. He sleeps in my thoughts. He fights with my fist. He'd like to see me fuck off. Well, I've been waiting for you. I've been bracing for you. The dark beside the dawn. I hold you till you're gone. If I could save it for you, I'd embrace it for you. The dark beside the dawn. It goes on and on and on. I got this contagion. It's parasitic. Now baby, run, I run. 'Cause I'm afraid he's winning. There's been a hostile conquer. There's been a cold injection. You better run for cover. It's for your own protection. Now I've been waiting for you. I've been bracing for you. The dark beside the dawn. I hold you till you're gone. If I could save it for you, I'd embrace it for you. The dark beside the dawn. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Well, I've been waiting for you. I've been bracing for you. Dark beside the dawn. I hold you till you're gone. If I could save it for you, I'd embrace it for you. The dark beside the dawn. It goes on and 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 on. No, no. Thanks, gang. It's lovely to feel you again. What do you got there? Cue cards. We're at $11,200 in total. That means $5,600 raised by you folks at home. My heart is a flutter. This rules. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. It makes me feel really good that the music that I have made has attracted people with great big hearts like you folks. That's all I could ever hope for. Holy smokes. Do a couple more. We'll see where we're at bucks-wise. And then I'm going to have to start making some deals. Ryan, are you watching the comments there? All right. Okay, well, what are we talking about here? We're talking about now, there's no way to confirm. We have to use the honor system if we're going to do this. I will take requests at what are we talking about?
Few Bruce songs.
Okay, for how much?
150.
Okay, I'll do it. What is it? What Bruce song?
Working on Highway.
$100 for Working on the Highway, coming right up. Little does that person know that's my favorite Bruce Springsteen song right now, and I might have played it anyway. Jeff, that was Jeff, Ryan's brother. I knew it. Anyway, he's doing all right. I miss the Carltones, or the Gnarltones, my cover band. We play this every week for probably the last 10 years or longer. Friday night, babe, I got us fresh out of work. Talking about the weekend, scrubbing off the dirt. Heading on to the family, somewhere looking to get hurt. Going down to Eastover, wearing trouble on my shirt. Well, I work for the county out on 95. Watch a whole red flag, watching traffic pass me by. In my head, I keep a picture of a pretty little miss. Someday, mister, I'm gonna lead a better life than this. I'm working on the highway, laying down the blacktop. Working on the highway all day long, I don't stop. Working on the highway, blasting through the bedrock. Working on the highway, working on the highway. Well, I met her at a dance down at the Union Hall. We were standing with her brothers back up against the wall. Sometimes we go walking down the Union track. One day I looked straight at her and she looked straight back. Said, I'm working on the highway, laying down the blacktop. Working on the highway all day long, I don't stop. Working on the highway, blasting through the bedrock. Working on the highway, working on the highway. Well, I saved a little money and I put it all away. I went to see her daddy and he didn't have much to say. Son, can't you see? She's just a little girl. She don't know nothing about this cruel, cruel world. We arrived down to Florida, we got along all right. One day her brothers came and got her and they took me in the black and white. Prosecutor kept the promise that he made on that day. And the judge got mad and put me straight away. I wake up every morning to the work bell clang. Me and the warden go swinging on the Charlotte County Road gang. I'm working on the highway, laying down the blacktop. Working on the highway all day long, I don't stop. Working on the highway, blasting through the bedrock. Working on the highway, working on the highway. I'm working on the highway, laying down the blacktop. All day long, I don't stop. Blasting through the bedrock. Working on the highway. exhausted now. You know, there's a sweat in my eyes. $150 here. Oh my God, what a silly thing to have agreed to. Cheers, Jeff. Thanks, bud. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's see here. I'll check in with you in a minute, Ryan. I've not yet recovered. Friendly reminder, folks. My best bud, my big brother, Matt Mays, is back at you tomorrow for Matt Mays Mental Music Volume. I feel like he's been at it. This will be number 5 for him, I think, if not 6. And that's hard to believe. He released a record on Sunday called Dog City, if you haven't already heard. It's amazing. He wrote it in about 2 weeks. He recorded it in his garage. Matt's as prolific a songwriter as I know, and his attention to detail and his ambition to get the things that are in his head onto tape, for lack of a better word, in this case, his Macintosh computer, but the way that he endeavors to get that sound out of his head and out into your ears is a magnificent thing to behold, and I admire him so much. I'm so proud to be a friend of his. I'm proud to play in his band, and I'm proud of him for whipping that goddamn record out so quickly and having it be so good. It's not like it's really good. It's amazing how good it is. I envy it. I would envy it if I were a lesser person and if I didn't love him so much. I'm just really proud of him, and I love the new songs. I thought he was insane when he told me he was writing a record about what it's like to be a dog, but you know he did it again, man. You know, if you haven't already set yourself a reminder, make sure you tune in to see my big brother again tomorrow. I miss him so much. He's in this song, sort of. Not sort of, he's full on in this song. Oh, I'm moving out of town with my wife and my child. We got our little dog Willie in a record pile. Got a nice little kitchen and a fireplace right beside the post office and a little cafe. Oh, my best buddy Matty moving down the road to the old schoolhouse down on Octalone. Well, he'll buy me a drink and he'll save me a stool. Play the shitty jukebox at the beverage room. Rest in peace, Sam's. Well, you'll all be coming the very next day. I got a couple of records, I got a couple of tapes. I got blood on the tracks and time fades away. But I only wanna listen to Miss Bonnie Raitt. Says I got a couple records and a couple of tapes. But I only wanna listen to Miss Bonnie Raitt. Says I got a couple records and a couple of tapes. tapes. But we only ever listen to Miss Bonnie. Try again. Right. There it is. All right, where are we at, Ryan?
Waiting for an update.
Okay, waiting for an update. I'm gonna do. What have I got here? Do one more. Check in with Ryan. I'm gonna squeeze one more in here. Thank you all again for tuning in and spending your hard-earned money on helping out some folks in my neck of the woods through the Nova Scotia Mental Health Foundation. Look them up online and see some of the work that they're doing. They're a fantastic bunch, and they are they're a group of people that really do make a colossal difference in my home province here, and I'm proud to be associated with them. And again, a million times thank you to the Nova Scotia Spirit Company for stepping up to the plate here big time. I love you guys all dearly. You've been really good to me, and I love the cocktails you make. But aside from that, you're good people. It's really nice when you know. I hate using Amazon, for example, you know, because the guy who's profiting off of it is such a scoundrel. But you know, there's really good people at the helm of this company from top to bottom, and it's another group I'm really proud to be associated with. You won't hear a bad thing said about them. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Thanks as always to Ryan San Angelo, Emmett Stutt, Lil Thomas, Melanie Stone in Cape Breton, Louis Thomas, Mike Greater-X, Kristen Johnson, who's sending out all the T-shirts and records and whatever. I did hear a rumor, by the way, for anyone asking. I think that the vinyl plant is up and running again. So all that stuff you ordered should be heading your way in the next couple weeks anyway. This is from my buddy Aeneas. He texted me earlier, see if we could hear the song. Aeneas, I expect that you're going to pay for this, and don't pay me. Oh, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt. We got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, a pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan, just living for the minute. Oh, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Well, we fogged up the windows of my old Chevy. I was willing, but she wasn't ready. So I settled for a burger and a grape snow cone. Dropped her off early, but I didn't go home. Down by the river on a Friday night, a pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan, just living for the minute. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Oh, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. A lot about living and a little about love. Ridiculous. That song feels like summer. It felt like summer today. I won't make any apologies for it. Ryan, what are you saying? $6,000 for a grand total of $12,000. Arms and more, Bruce, for donations. Okay. What are we talking about here?
Just a lot of people requested the same thing.
Okay. All right.
I said final push. Here we go.
Let me see here. How can I do this?
Someone did ask how much for Wonderwall, but I couldn't come up with a price in my head.
I'm not. I can't. I'm not. I don't know it. First of all. Also, Anyway, let's not get into that. I might get in trouble for this, and I don't know if there's a way to confirm any of this. But if somebody can prove, I don't know how this is tracked. But for $1,000, any $1,000 donation, I will play a concert for you and your friends on Zoom. Any $1,000 donation, I'm going to throw that out there. And right now, Melanie Stone is yanking her hair out because she has to deal with the logistics of it. But if you make that donation, I'm sure there's got to be a way that one can verify it. Take like a screenshot of it or something, and you can find my management's email on adambaldwin.ca, and I'd be happy to do it over the Zoom there. I'm gonna be in so much shit. Well, we'll see. You'll get in shit for letting me say it, probably. What was it? Arms, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I forget how it goes. We'll call it, we'll say an hour. I'll play an hour over Zoom for you and your buds. Any night but Friday night. She was born on a bumpy road. Her mama stayed at home. Her daddy worked the boats. You only seldom saw him. When she cried into the night, Daddy'd turn off all the lights, put a record on, and she held him in her arms. He came home from a month away, supposed to fix the car. Took all the money he saved and he bought her a guitar. Well, she played the thing to death till it was time to go to bed. She put a record on and she held it in her arms. She held it in her arms. She held it in her arms. Her and her boyfriend, they met in school. She made themselves a band, got themselves a deal. They traveled across the land. After every show they played and every bed they laid, they put a record on and She held him in her arms. She held him in her arms. She held him in her arms. Now the band has come and gone. She teaches lessons in a music store. It ain't like it wasn't fun. She just couldn't take it anymore. But she's moving herself back home, 'cause her boyfriend left her alone. She takes a picture of the band and she burns it in her hand. Now she went to the rock show, won the tickets on the radio. She smoked a little dope, bought the record and she went on home. When she pulled up on the lawn, seen her daddy was dead and gone. She put her record on, held her mama in her arms, held her mama in her arms, held her mama in her arms. Whoa. All right, how we doing? Good? I can't, what time are we at? It's 11. I gotta go, gang. I'm out of studio time. I really appreciate you hanging out. The offer stands. Mental Health Foundation will be taking donations probably through tomorrow, I would dare say. I'm sure somebody has that information, but I don't. But I know they're not going to cut it off right now. Thank you all so much for tuning in every week and for donating to such a wonderful cause. And thank you a million times again to the Nova Scotia Spirit Company from Stellarton, Nova Scotia, Siobhan and the whole gang there. I love you all dearly. I'll see you next week. Thank you, Ryan, Emmett, Lil, Louie, Mel, Mike, everybody. Peace and love. I'll see you next week. Matt Mays tomorrow, Mental Music. Check it out. Toodaloo.